Hey everyone, it's Buffy and Jade again.
Hey, hey.
We are gonna try for a new ending this time.
Yes, I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna get a new ending, but we're gonna try.
Yeah, we haven't looked anything up, but we're just gonna try from what we know, which is from the trophies. And one of them said something about you getting deleted. And what was the other
Yeah.
one? There was an.
You didn't delete Monica, I thought.
Yeah, so there was something about not deleting Monica at all, and then there was something about you getting deleted, and we're assuming that these might be two different endings, but we're not entirely sure.
We're not sure. In
We're
our first
definitely we're gonna go
playthrough,
for Natsuki.
yeah, because our first playthrough we were leaning towards Yuri, so we want to see the scenes with Natsuki this time.
Yeah, and we're also gonna switch voices up. So this time Jade's gonna be the main character.
Potpourri.
No! He's not gonna be Potpourri, so we don't get him confused this time. He's gonna have a real man's name.
He's a man this time, for real.
And I'm gonna take Sayori. She's gonna have Yuri, and then we're gonna keep Natsuki and Monica the same, which is I was Monica and she's Natsuki.
Yeah, so
But you're gonna have to
we'll
bear
see how
with
this
us a
goes.
little bit on swapping, especially for Sayori and Yuri, because I'm worried Sayori's gonna come out like Monica, so it might take me a bit to get her down, and she's worried about Yuri, how Yuri's gonna come out, so you just have to bear with us on that.
Yeah, I'm worried my Yuri is gonna end up sounding like Natsuki. Like, we'll see. We'll see. And I don't even know how my dude's gonna sound, so that's
I
gonna be
don't
a surprise for
know.
us all.
Maybe you could mix it up and give him like a surfer voice or something.
I could do country pretty good.
I don't think country would fit him.
He's a little country boy in Japan. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come out. We'll see.
Okay, well, here we go. What are you
Oh
gonna
my
name
gosh.
him? Since you're playing him, you can name him.
Oh my goodness. I have to name him?
He's yours. He's you.
You know, all that's popping through my head right now is potpourri, and I don't, I don't want him
No,
to be a woman
he's
again.
not gonna be a woman any longer. He's gonna be a man.
Okay, we can name him Sam.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think what is a name that doesn't look like any of the others, because the potpourri and the Sayori look too similar at a glance.
They did. They confuse us like all the time.
Sam doesn't look like anybody. Nobody looks like Sam. Okay.
That's true. Okay, this will be me. Hey!
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting out. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
What is that sound?
I assume she's out of breath. She's like,
That makes sense. I just couldn't know. I couldn't recognize it.
I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
maybe, but only I don't know what that was. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to do a man's voice. You got like so deep. Oh my gosh. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You seem at you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Sam.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Sam, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true! You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
What is a NEET? We never looked that up.
I'm gonna look. NEET. Not in employment, education, or training. I guess you're just a bum.
A loser.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what it was.
Me neither.
You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Does she
Why
sound
do I
different from Monica? Am I doing okay with her?
She definitely sounds different than Monica, yes.
Okay.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello!
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep! I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy?
Oh man, I just realized if these two fight, it's gonna be you fighting both.
Should we swap them?
I don't know if I can do Natsuki. I don't know if I can do her little voice.
I'm just like channeling Valley Girl for her.
I don't know. You know, if it comes down to it in the certain episodes, we can just mix it up, I guess, if we need to. We don't have to stay the same ones, I guess, if we wanted to do that.
That's true. We could do that. Like, if it's gonna be like one we know they're gonna fight.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're gonna fight. Like...
They're gonna fight, especially after, you know, Sayori, so...
So, like, I mean, I could take over Yuri in that situation.
That would work, because I'm trying to do, like, your Yuri voice, which isn't as good, but that's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah, because, like, I just really like your Natsuki voice. Like, I like you saying her.
Okay.
Plus, like, I'm trying to do 2 chicks right now, and if I have to take on a third, I don't know if I can do 3 different voices.
Yeah, like, you know, the guy is different, because he's the guy.
Exactly.
Way to kill the atmosphere.
Now I gotta remember Monica. That's the problem here, is that they're too similar.
They're similar, but she was very peppy, like preppy.
She was.
Ah, Sam, what a nice surprise! Welcome to the club!
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can't just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls.
Sorry, I didn't say it quiet enough.
Quiet, Sayori!
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
See, she's coming out like Monica. Like, I'm gonna have a hard time keeping these two apart.
Sayori's higher and more energetic. Like, Monica's more even-toned.
I know, but they're very similar.
They
I was doing okay until Monica came in the picture, and now I'm just, like, struggling.
You'll get the hang of her.
That's right. It's great to see you again, Sam.
Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year, and she's smoking hot. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Sam. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey! I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
She's excited.
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
You're so perfect.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. I made them for you or anything. Whose thought was that? Was it?
I don't know. I always thought it was his, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. I can't switch back and forth between these two. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining.
And because that new member's a boy.
Yeah. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Sam, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I would have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Foreshadowing?
Yep. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. She's like, does he like horror?
She was. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine. Your cupcakes are poems? Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sora slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Showing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Ah, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Huh? Natsuri?
That's both of them.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Sam?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Diori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Sam...
You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone! I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Sam, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me.
Ugh, hold on, I'm gonna move my dog.
Alright, I'm gonna take a sip.
There you go.
Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Sam, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Soraya and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Heck yeah, alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Okay, so we should try
For
to
Natsuki?
get everybody's, like, well, there's a trophy if you make everybody's poem.
Oh,
But
like
you
a
have to pick
perfect poem.
every single word of everybody. But yeah, we can try Natsuki first, but Candy, right?
Candy's Natsuki for sure, yeah.
Giggle.
I think Giggle, but that could be Sayori.
Vivid? I don't know, that might be Yuri. Promise?
I feel like it's either Giggle or Promise. Promise seems like Sayori, but I don't know. I would say Giggle. What do you think?
I think...
We'll do Promise then.
I can't remember.
I could look up the list if we wanted to cheat.
No cheating, no cheating. We gotta do it our
Okay.
own way.
Okay.
Damn it.
Ah!
Puppy. I mean, we'll just go for
Puppy.
her anyways, but...
Okay.
I don't think Giggle
Um,
fits Natsuki. She never freaking giggles. Like, all the other girls giggle. Well, Yuri doesn't, but she never does.
She doesn't, but it's like cutesy. It's a cutesy word.
It is, but so is Sayori, and she giggles all the time, so that's why
That's
I wasn't
true.
sure.
I know, I wasn't 100%.
Peaceful?
Either... I was thinking color, but you try peaceful. Dang it!
Sorry.
Cute.
I should have went with peaceful!
You should have. Bunny.
Well, Bunny, I was gonna say Sparkle, but I also weren't.
Boop.
More?
I was thinking warm or smile. Do warm.
I feel like Rose is gonna be Yuri or something. It just seemed like Rose would be something gothic-y, you know, not happy.
It does. And excitement feels like Sayori. Dang it.
We need to
Those two are
remember these
similar.
ones that we're picking. Papa.
Yeah, warm. Yeah, Papa. Warm is not. I mean, Bubbles. Anime.
Pink.
Pink.
Heart?
Flower? Shiny? Oh, there's a bunch it could be.
Shiny.
Kitty.
Silly. No, that's probably Sayori.
That's probably Sayori.
Hop.
Ocean was Yuri. Yeah, maybe Hop. Nibble? Because she likes to eat.
So does Sayori.
But she's the cook. She makes cupcakes.
Okay, we're Fluffy.
Sugar. Okay. Fluffy. Childhood was Sayori. That was Sayori, I know that.
Family.
Maybe family might be Natsuki. Because she had Papa.
Nope.
Dang. Okay.
Feather. Summer.
Feather? No. Feather was Monica.
Yeah, but they change as it goes on.
They
I
did
think they start as
change,
somebody
I know.
else, and then
Yeah, so I can't remember who it started as.
or Summer. Yeah.
Okay, Summer. Kawaii.
Why? Oh, we got Mosley with a little bit of Sayori mixed in.
We only had like 2 or 3. Like 3, I think. Sayoris.
Yeah.
Hi again, Sam. Glad to see you didn't turn away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Sam. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join our club, any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. And Monica just disappears.
She just popped up to be mean. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Monica is... Oh my gosh. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Sam always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Sam can be good friends too.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Oh, wait, Sayori? Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Ah, phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Dora and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet with her pet spider. Ah, God! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for... Oh, wrong voice. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot! What is the point of keeping her collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands.
Did this happen before? Because I don't remember this.
I was sitting here wondering the same thing.
Is it because we picked most of her words?
Maybe?
Because I don't remember this. I don't remember the manga conversation.
I was sitting here thinking the same thing. Like, I don't remember him going to the closet. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better.
Oh, so she's OCD.
Yes. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel.
Yeah, this did not happen before.
No. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? Is that a real series?
I don't know, it might be.
It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Sam. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's excessively Mo?
Mo?
What's Mo mean?
I have no idea.
Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. Maybe we won't get punched this time if she likes us from the start.
Maybe.
She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't say that! You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. She smells like cupcakes. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school.
Parfait Girls!
Parfait Girls! Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of a plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously, you think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining, like the beginning of this game. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like, when they get into all their backstories and then some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? What? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Oh, well... Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence! I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga, okay? Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Satsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, look at her cute little face!
She's cute. Although I hate that bow on her head, or whatever the hell that is. It
The
drives me
forehead?
nuts. Yeah, what
Ew.
is that? Is it supposed to be a
It's
bow?
like a clip? I think it's a clip, like a hair clip.
Oh,
like,
I hate
keeping
it.
Yeah, it looks real dumb. Like, I like her little, like, puppy ear pigtails. Those are cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well... I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't?
She's got a little fang.
She always has a little fang. That's why I thought she might be a vampire when we first played this. But now, like, she has like a whole like puppy look going on, so maybe that's why she's got a fang. It's like a puppy fang.
Maybe.
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time.
I told you he was a loser.
I always just picture he's this like good-looking dude because they're all like drooling over him.
I always pictured him like a chill, laid-back loser.
Well, he is. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? That I'm a loser? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? I don't know what to do with those like dots and dashes?
No.
So. Jeez, that's enough. What's happening right now?
I don't know. These two are so awkward together. There's no chemistry. That's why nobody picks her.
He was better with Yuri.
He was.
Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page.
He's not even interested in this manga at all. There's no chemistry
No.
here.
There's none, and she's being super weird. She's just making sounds at him. She's not even reading. She's just staring at him.
I know.
Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bit bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone! Are you all ready with today's poems?
Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me.
Monica's noticing too.
She is noticing. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
He doesn't at all.
No, he does not care. Yeah, but... Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to
want to go home
this.
and read Parfait Girls!
He does not. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I will kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write your poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait!
Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Stories is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first?
You pick.
I feel like he would go to Sayori first because he's most comfortable with her.
Okay.
I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all.
This is a good poem, Sam. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. I'm coming out like Monica again.
Oh no! That one did sound a little Monica-ish.
But that's my...
I can't do them both. They're too high. They're too high. Like, I'm fine until I'm like going back and forth. But that's what impressed me. I can't talk anymore.
Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all.
I can't get back into her voice. It's too far gone now. It's gone.
You gotta be higher and more energetic.
I'm happy to see you, Mama!
Okay, not that high. Not that high. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
I was like, sounded like Zeke
She's not seeing Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Sam. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? I always come out Canadian, so you know. Trying to see things for this other people and new things. That's all really good people do.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me.
I can't get her back.
I can't get her back. She's gone.
I can't even picture how you were making her sound.
She's gone.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my phone too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
You forgot got to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean! I still try my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
Next time, I won't forget. And we're gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
I should have stuck with Yuri. I can't go back and forth between them. They're too hard. If I was doing just one of them, I could do it, but I can't go back and
It's
forth.
the back and forth. Man, I'm struggling with Yuri. Like, like the guy and Natsuki are like lower, and then Yuri's high, and like I keep on bringing her down. Your turn to pick.
Well, we'll pick one of yours since you just did one of mine.
Okay.
Plus, she should really like it.
She should, but we'll see if she does. Huh? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion, because I love it. Then what's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Ugh. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh.
It was Urk.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ooh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. Feels like a loss.
Yeah.
In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. It's deep thoughts, okay?
I
Deep
love her
thoughts with
poem.
Natsuki.
It's the best one ever.
Eagles can fly.
And humans can try. But that's about
That's
it.
about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it.
He lies.
You lies. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
It touches you, you know? Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay, you know? Like fly and try, you know? Like, I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose.
But that's about it.
That's about it. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. It's so strong. Did you feel it, Sam? So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I just had a humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. He really just feels like he's humoring her every conversation.
There's no chemistry with those two.
There's no chemistry.
But, like, since we're going after her, though, I'm like, is she gonna be the first to die now? That's gonna be different.
I don't know, because I don't remember reading a book with Yuri until after Sayori. Like, I don't remember that happening before.
But I don't know what we picked for our first poem. We might have picked a lot of Sayori words, and that, triggered a response to
True.
Sayori. Because we did have that thing where we were buttoning her blouse. I don't remember when that was, though.
Yeah, so I think we did pick a bunch of Sayori words. Like, I didn't even notice him jumping at first. Like, we didn't notice that until several poems in.
No, yeah, so... I don't know. It's going to be different if she's the first one to die. And how is she going to die? Is her dad going to murder her? Like, I don't know.
I don't know! Or are they all suicide? Because the last playthrough, they were all suicide.
But she just doesn't seem suicidal. But, I don't know. Yuri went batshit crazy, so I don't freaking know.
I know!
Hi, Sam.
Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Wink, wink. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Sam. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, Sam.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. Like eagles can fly. So, take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep.
There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. Like eagles can fly and people can try.
But that's about it. I see. So you're saying that Nitsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I could see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Sam's voice cracked there for a second. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Reading it fast because we've already read it before.
I wasn't looking in. She was looking out, but he was looking in.
Yeah, the he there.
Is that him? Is that him? Is that that's what I was thinking? Is that the main character that she's talking about? Like you. She wasn't looking in. She was looking out of the TV, and he was looking in. It makes sense.
Yeah, like a guy playing the game.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh.
She's not gonna like it.
No, it's too cute for her. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish her reading. See, she was like hoping that like Sam would be interested in her, and then she reads this cutesy poem, and she's like, maybe not. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Well, hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I don't know why she turned British.
She's been turning British since last time. You got a British and a Canadian in here. In Japan.
In Japan. Now I can't un-British her. I guess that it might be after. I guess that might. What is she trying to say? I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. I might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just... there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. I can't stop. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else at the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I've gotten used to her handwriting.
Yeah, it's been a little bit easier to read. A little bit.
It is.
It's a struggle.
We've read that poem like 4 times now, so.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sam. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Even though I said you took a long time to read it. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences of their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being only symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Not even Natsuki's. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change.
Is this where they're gonna fight?
They
you want
do,
me to take
but Sayori
her?
pops in. Yeah, you could if they're gonna argue. Natsuri's brows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
That's about it.
You're so stupid, Yuri. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but if you really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Sam did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
ah,
And Sam liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what. Uh, you're just.
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Sam appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do cutesy.
Ooh.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sam started showing up.
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Sam? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it. If she could just get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Sam.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings that most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Sam?
Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be...
Are we picking Natsuki?
What did we do before? Did we do Yuri or did we do Sayori?
I'm pretty sure we just said Sayori.
Well, let's do Natsuki because we're trying for her.
I don't think we picked either one of them the first time.
I think we did do Sayori. We're like, help! Yuri, you're really talented.
Well...
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? In your face, Yuri! Shows how much you know!
That's not...
Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me! Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously.
Yeah, you're right.
Go on, Sam! Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki.
Yeah, why are we telling her she's a great writer? She's awful.
We're a liar.
Her poem's better than Yuri's? No way.
No, I actually really like Yuri's poem in the first round.
Yeah.
It's better than Eagles Can Fly. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly.
You've hurt her
Aw.
feelings.
Aww. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so.
Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Sam. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Ugh. Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted.
Natsuki?
Natsuki. Natsuki. my coach just slips out now and then, okay? Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori?
I'll go make some tea.
I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder.
Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was a worthwhile experience for everyone, especially you, Sam. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little used to.
So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere?
No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you could take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
What about? That's not the most... That's not the point... I can't do it! I can't do it! I can't do it!
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly.
Sam, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Sam! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Sam, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun!
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay!
Yeah. Let's do this. Flower? Peaceful was not, I don't think.
Flower's the only one that...
Or Laugh. But Laugh's probably Sayori.
Well, we were thinking Giggle was, but we don't know. That's just Flower. Yeah, I was worried it was gonna be Sayori.
Parfait!
Parfait, Sam! No Parfait girls!
Not Warm.
Summer was hers.
Okay. Bunny.
Did we try Dream?
No.
Dream or Bliss? Blanket
Bliss.
even. Blanket's cutesy and fuzzy and warm and happy.
But Warm wasn't hers.
Well, it might be a blanket with cats on it.
He feels like it. Let's
I
see.
don't know. I don't know about Bliss. Bliss almost sounds too sophisticated for
Sayori.
her. No, it sounds like
yeah.
Yuri, maybe.
Dream. Dream or Blanket?
Let's try Blanket. Yay, Blanket!
Okay. Yes, you're right. Hop.
Poof.
Poof. Nibble. Nibble is hers,
Sunny.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Nibble was hers.
Strawberry.
Strawberry?
Yeah, 100%.
Candy?
Lollipop.
Or
Candy.
Lollipop.
Candy was hers too, yeah. Fluffy.
Kawaii.
Oh no, Kawaii. Kawaii, yeah. Pink.
Pink. Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. For sure.
Ah, that was Sayori!
What? What?
Damn it. Cute.
I thought sweet because she likes the cupcakes.
That's what I thought.
Bouncy?
Bouncy?
That might be Sayori. Oh, okay, it's her.
Was Sparkle her? Did we
Sparkle?
pick Sparkle?
We
I thought
didn't try
picked it.
Sparkle yet.
I
Did
thought
we?
we did.
Okay, do it.
Oh.
Oh.
If we did,
We're
we
not
picked at the
Sparkle.
same time. Dazzle, wonderful, imagination, beauty. Beauty?
Beauty might be too fancy, like you said. Dazzle?
Dazzle's fancy.
Dazzle. Oh.
It was Sayori.
What'd you
Dazzle.
pick? Imagination? Oh.
Dazzle. You told me to pick
Okay.
Dazzle. Boop. Papa.
Papa.
Romance.
Love or romance? Or rainbow?
Ah, you said it's a rainbow. I was gonna go with romance.
That was that you clicked rainbow. Okay.
It was Sayori. Every time we pick one, it's Sayori.
Because they're so similar. Mouse. All the animals are Natsuki.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Well, one of these days we could save before the poems and just cheat and go back till we get everything
We
right.
could do that because I can't remember all her words.
I know,
Another
like
day
we're
passed.
getting close, but we still get freaking Sayori mixed in.
I know, like Yuri's easier. The Sayori and Natsuki are very similar.
Yeah.
Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over the past few days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Sam.
Yo, Sayori. Yo. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill under the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori.
That's unfair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So, either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Aha! Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in a book, as always. Ah! I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book.
Yuri! Tell Sam to let me borrow some money.
That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. She is strict, man.
She is strict. She's like a subtle bitch. Like, she tries to pretend that she's not one, but she really is.
She really is. She's just shy, but at least Natsuki like wears it on her sleeve. She doesn't pretend to be nice.
Yeah.
Did I just? I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't have much, but it's a fun sight of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That!
Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles under the desk.
Ooh!
Plop!
Yeah! Ow! What was this? I got a cookie!
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution!
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing a reaction, though.
Natsuki, this is so nice of you! I'm so happy!
Sayori hugs the cookie.
Oh, I love the cookie!
Jeez, just eat it. Dora rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth.
My tongue!
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
What, you and your turn into a creep?
She's very excited. We'll leave her alone.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. And I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Oh, Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
It might be my net again, because it's getting the same on mine.
Oh no. Okay, it looked like it cleared up.
Let me make sure.
Okay, I'm gonna wait a second.
Yes, we're good. As long as you don't lose, like, the share screen.
Yeah, okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Yeah? You don't think she has
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
a... That's true.
Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.